Welcome back to the wicked game.
I appreciate you talking to me about this. We spoke for the last film, and a lot of things happened in that movie, and even more so in this one. And once you had finished playing this character, after taking her on a journey over 3 films, when did it really kind of sink in that you were done with this character? What did it feel like to leave her behind after getting to know her so well and taking such a journey with her?
Yeah. I mean, I think the last days on set were very emotional. It felt like the end because, we had been filming for so long that it did feel like that. But I think I've been feeling it more recently. And I think this, until it comes out, is probably gonna feel more real. It was emotional. I mean, it's been such a long ride. It's been probably the most important years of my life and a very life-changing thing for my career as well. So it's sweet and it's sour. It's scary. It's exciting. It's everything, kind of.
What are you most proud of when it comes to these films and your work in them? I mean, you got to do a trilogy of movies, explore such a full arc. It's so rare to get to tell such a whole story like that. What feels most special to you when it comes to everything you got to do?
Yeah, I think just being able to have this like body of work out in the world and being able to see, how much I've grown as an actress and how much I've grown as a person as well with the character, and being able to actually see that in a screen is very rewarding, and it's amazing. I think I've learned a lot. I've learned a lot through every single movie. And especially these last 2 has been incredible.
With this last film, I mean, Nick and Noah aren't even speaking anymore at the beginning of this, and they're sort of forced together at a wedding. Do you feel like after everything that happened that it would sort of take Jenna needing her best friend at her wedding to put them in each other's paths again, that there was really sort of no other option to get them together?
Honestly, I think so. Yeah. I mean, I think Noah could have probably just been very happy with her life, if, and moved on. And I mean, that's going to still be there because I feel it's her first love and that would have always been something super important. But I feel like Jenna was a very important, connection in this whole last movie.
There are a couple of pretty memorable moments in the beginning of the film when you guys are not on speaking terms. The first one is sort of when he walks toward you and then goes past without like acknowledging or speaking to you. Did you ever secretly root for her to just stick a foot out and trip him or call him some name as he passed her by? Because I was like, come on, just, knock him over.
I think there's a lot of moments at the beginning of this movie that I'm like, when I was filming, I was like, she should just like slap him at some point, or just leave maybe. But yeah, I guess it's what makes it. I like it because you can really see the different places, how Nick is in a spot and Noah is in a very different spot. And how they're not in the same like life moment anymore, and how their feelings have very much changed.
There's also the super petty moment in the car when you're both rolling the window up and down. What did you think about that scene? What was it like to shoot that moment? Is it hard not to laugh when you're doing a scene like that?
Honestly, it wasn't hard to not laugh. It's funny. I was saying this in another interview. That was a very interesting scene because I was the one doing everything on the like I was doing up and I was doing down. Yeah. So just because it was hard to sync both of us doing it at the same time. So I was just like, let me just do both things and we'll just figure it out. But I think it's my favorite part, honestly. It's the cute, like, petty moments that make people, love this couple so much.
The wedding for Jenna and Lion both really seemed so sweet and fun. Was it fun to actually shoot that? I mean, did it actually have the feel of the party that we get to see?
Yes and no. I think I did have a lot of fun, like most of the days, but at the same time, days were so long and we were filming mostly at night. So it wasn't as fun as it looked. I love more of, not maybe as much as the wedding, but like the rehearsal dinner and like the things before the wedding. Those were very fun to film. I loved it because also all my outfits were very cool. So I was very happy.
Yeah, I mean, you've really gotten to wear some fun fashion as Noah throughout the films. What did you think of her style? Is her style anything like yours? Do you get any say in the wardrobe? I mean, even just in this movie, there's so many outfits.
Yeah. I don't think we're very similar as in style. But I did have a little bit of a say in the way I was just like, oh, I do not feel good in this, or I would see this on her and she would like this. I think it was a very important part, especially in this third movie, to find Noah's style and to see how much she's like refined it. And maybe in the first and second, she's kind of still, figuring it out and she's still kind of in that teen moment. But in this one, you feel a little more mature and she does have like more of a staple and she's wearing these boots and these like a little more elegant things that you would still with that touch of like coolness that she always has, but a little more elevated.
Noah and Nick first get together at the wedding, but then he tells her he can't get over what she did. Do you feel like he even has any right to make her feel guilty or try to make her feel bad when what happened really kind of evolved out of how he was treating her in the first place?
Oh yeah, 100%. I think it's one of the things that I was most frustrated when I read the script. I do like it because I think it's a very realistic thing and it's a thing that happens a lot in couples and in men, especially when they're that age. I think it's an important part, especially to see what Noah's reaction is to that in this film and how she's like, no, like get over it. which I think it's very important and she has all the right to do. And I think he just needs to, I think Nick has he's marrying himself all the time with Noah and he's kind of reflecting and on her. And I think that's the growing that he does in this third one. But I do think he does not have the right. Noah would agree with me as well. Yeah.
It takes him some time to get his head on straight about everything. But the one good thing about that, I feel, is that it really kind of gives Noah more time to spend with Maggie. That relationship was so sweet. What did you enjoy about, getting to find their relationship a little bit more this time?
Yeah, it's very different. I think I do love that because I think it's one of those things when you end a relationship and you're like, ugh, I'm fine with the relationship ending, but I miss their family or I miss their dog or I miss, that type of things. So I do feel like that gives that feeling of like, well, sometimes that relationship can end, but I still have a relationship with all of these other people that I'm not going to say bye to just because we didn't work. And going back to the whole like Nick getting his head straight, I think it's an important part for Noah to see, like what you said earlier of you're mad at me for how I reacted to what you did. I think that's a very like manipulative thing that sometimes people can do, and maybe Nick, that's what Nick has learned from, I don't know, his dad or his mom or maybe each other and how they had a relationship. So Noah being able to, get herself and out of that and turn into this like older sister to Maddie, I think is beautiful. And all of the sequences that I have with her are very beautiful. And I think she has this feeling throughout this movie of kind of healing that part of her that she doesn't have with her family. So I love that she can do it with Maddie, and in the end with maybe her own family.
Once Nick does decide that he wants to be with Noah, he shows up without knowing that she's pregnant. And you have a bit of a choreographed dance around the car, which I thought was so funny. I watched that a couple times because I couldn't stop laughing. What was it like to shoot that and to have to keep walking around the car and trying to hide it the whole time?
It was very, I was pretty dizzy, and it's funny because I have the cat in my hands in like the little bag, and the cat was actually there, and I was moving so fast, and the only thing that I can think of is this poor cat is gonna puke at any point because I felt so bad for it. But yeah, it was harder than it looks. It was quite hard to be able to, make that feel like that rhythm of us just turning it around and make it feel fluid and not stopping and saying our script at the same time. It wasn't easy, but I'm glad that you liked it.
Yeah, it's such a fun moment. And I actually was also quite amused by the fact that the first thing she really sort of does instinctually after, him finding out that she's pregnant is to get into the car and have a car chase through the street. I mean, it's like the most amazing decision. How did you react to that? I mean, do you feel like maybe out of safety she shouldn't have been doing that? Or was it just like one of those moments that's so fun?
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing with these movies. It's like the most random, the better, and the more crazy, the better. I don't think she's thinking at any point that she's pregnant. Maybe she shouldn't be doing that, but I think it makes sense for them.
Yeah, I also really loved the exchange when he says, I'm going to be a father, and she responds, no, I'm going to be a mother. I was kind of happy to see her make him work for it after everything. Do you think that she should have been, having him prove himself a little bit more? Do you think that moment was really kind of important for the two of them to get him to really, say that maybe he needs to step up a little bit?
Yeah. For sure. I mean, I think if we would have had more time, maybe that would be in more situations and we could have seen that be more evolved and how maybe Noah doesn't make it so easy for him to just come back. I think because we didn't have time, I needed I was trying to reassure to myself that in the end, Noah wants to be with him. And in the end, Noah does want a father for her kid and does want to build that with him. And so in the end, it was fine. But yes, I love that phrase. That's probably one of my favorite moments of the third movie. I think it's and probably when she's talking to Jenna and she's like, well, how much percentage actually male DNA is important, 0. So we don't need him, which is a very, very Noah thing to say. And why I think people love her so much.
Yeah. I was like, I have no idea if those numbers are accurate, but I so love that now. Did they give you one of those heavy pregnancy bellies to wear? How did you, because I hear those are very uncomfortable.
They are very uncomfortable. They're very heavy. So I did feel like I was pregnant all the time. I had this chair that had a name tag, and it was the pregnant lady's chair. And it was my chair. It's good because at least you can feel it and physically it makes it easier to, move around and how an actual pregnant woman would be moving around. But it was intense.
Before these two can actually just have a life with their son, they get attacked again. So before she can even try to get her son back, Noah is physically attacked and has to fight to get away. What was it like to have that whole physical fight on the stairs? Do you enjoy that kind of physical work?
I do. I love an action moment. I love a fight sequence. I would have the first day that we filmed that for 3 days. On the first day we did that in the moment Michael comes in and grabs my neck. The first time we filmed that, well, not the first time, like the third take we filmed that, 3 of my vertebrae in my neck turned the wrong direction and I was unable to move my head for a month. So I filmed that whole sequence with esguince. How do you say esguince? Like when you fall and you break your ankle. So that's kind of what happened to my neck. So I was filming with that for all of those sequences. So it was very hard and it hurt a lot. And I was having to, have the baby in me, and it was a lot, but I think I would have liked it if I didn't have that.
I actually thought it was really sweet that Noah ended up throwing her own bouquet at her wedding to Sophia, even though, she kind of got hurt in it all. Do you think that was just a really sweet moment between the two of them to get to share that? I thought that was just really, really sweet.
Yeah, I love that moment. I actually have an amazing that was such a funny moment of that day, because the first time I threw it, Gabriela was not looking and it hit her face. And we have it recorded. I hope they put it in bloopers or something, because I was laughing for so long. Did she? I think she fell. I'm not sure what happened, but I think it hit her and she fell, and it was very funny. But I think it's such a cute moment, because in the end, I do feel like Noah is a very big girl's girl. And even with Briar at the end of the second film, you see how much she's like, well, I can't believe you did that to her. So I think it's kind of the same. I think she can just feel very empathetic towards Sophia and towards how probably Nick treated her in that year, that they were together. So
yeah, she deserves somebody who knows her worth too. So
yeah, Sophia deserves better.
If we were to catch up with these characters in 5 or 10 years, where do you think Nick and Noah would be?
Oh my goodness, I don't know Nick. He would probably be in a very similar position, just running some big business, speaking a couple languages, and, having some. I think he would turn out to be very similar to his dad, honestly. Noah, I would hope that she's also running some type of business, and I don't know, maybe making this very cool way to do legal car races, and maybe showing her kid to race. I think that would be very cute, and having her brunches with Jenna. They like a brunch.
Yeah, I feel like she shouldn't stop being a badass. She should just keep that somewhere.
Ever, yeah.
Well, I appreciate you talking to me about the movie. It was so fun to see how all of this concludes. There's a lot of crazy things in this last movie that were so much fun. So thank you.